The name of the business is Artifacture. We're at 2015 Wall Street in Dallas, Texas. We're in a neighborhood called the Cedars. Um, and who we are is we're a digital fabrication company. We do lots of laser cutting, uh, acrylic, wood, leather fabrication. We basically do what other people can't. Most of our clients come to us with harebrained ideas that they don't know how to make happen, and that's what we do. Um, we mostly work within the industry. So we work with stationers and invitation designers and event coordinators. Um, and we either take their designs and figure out how to produce them, or we work with them to design stuff that they're unfamiliar with. We work in wood, leather, acrylic. Um, we do uh, woodworking and carpentry. We do acrylic fabrication. About the only things we don't work in is we don't cut vinyls because vinyls release, when you cut vinyls with a CO2 laser, it releases chlorine gas, which is bad for everybody. Um, and we don't do a great deal of metal, but we're doing some of that now. It's sort of an area that we've been moving into. But other than that, if you have a material we're unfamiliar with, we're happy to try it. That's kind of what sets us apart. Um, Although we didn't realize it at first, is if we don't know how to do something, um, we'll give it a try and see if we can figure it out. And thanks to Michael and Dakota, most of the time we can. We've been in business 4 years, about 4.5 years. And we actually started out trying to start a different business, which would be a public access workshop, where you take tools like we have and you let businesses join like you would join a gym. You teach them how to use the tools and they can use them on a first come, first served basis. It's a really neat idea. There are some companies that are doing it now, but we were trying to do it during the financial implosion. And so every time we would talk to investors, nobody had any money. But every time we talked to them, they'd say, you could take the things that you guys are making to show us what people can make in your shop and build a business out of that. Well, I ended up losing my job, and we decided to take that advice and kind of jumped off the cliff. And so far, it's worked out pretty well. That's a very long list. Michael is my business partner. Has an annoying ability to accumulate skills without apparent effort. And so people came to us. We thought we would start working in the print industry. And that's really where we started doing just like laser die cutting, things that are too delicate for a mechanical die we would do. But people would come see us, would talk to us, talk to Michael and say, well, do you know how to do this? Or can you do this? And we would sort of say, I don't know, let's find out. And like I said, Michael usually does figure it out. So we've learned box making, we've learned acrylic fabrication, we've learned 2D and 3D design, we've learned what's called paper engineering, which is making pop-ups. We have learned how to use CO2 lasers. We've become passable carpenters. We've become photographers. It's just kind of, we use everything together, and fortunately for me, I have Michael to learn from. So we managed to keep up. So yeah, we get to do a lot of really fun stuff, and we get to fuse together a lot of disciplines, which is what we're really good at and what makes it fun for us. Masochism. We've learned a lot. What we've learned, and a lot of the advice that we got in business, is to focus on one thing and to do it very well. And what we have learned in the 4 years we've been in business is it's much easier to make money that way. And we have tried, and we are currently trying at this point to sort of focus in a little bit and exercise a little bit of discipline so that we become more profitable. But really, as an entrepreneur, what has worked for us is a willingness to try new things, a willingness to evolve our business model, and a certain amount of pig-headedness in just not doing what everyone else has told us to do. And in the end, fortunately for us, we've kind of found a business model that works for us. So I mean, it's like pretty much anything in an entrepreneur. You have to exercise a little bit of discipline, but really just being pig-headed and then being willing to try new things. Our website is artifacturestudios.com. Um, our phone number, we're local to Dallas, 972-292-8453. Come in and see the showroom. And we'll be happy to give you a tour. We love to show off our toys. We like to share what we do, and we really like working with creative people. So yeah, you can hit us at the website.